Yes, I am teacher Ian, or Ian Spellman, however you guys want to refer to me as. And I am a teacher here at Bangkok Christian College, have been for the past few months, so I'm still pretty green here. And I guess I'm here to answer some questions.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. What were your first impressions of EIP 170?
170?
Which is the M6 kids.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. You guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Very different from the other classes because I got stuck into lower Matthew. I say stuck, I don't want to mean that's like a bad thing. But because I spent way more time interacting with the younger ones, for you guys it was very different. You're the oldest students that I've ever taught, like in a school setting. So impression-wise, I was just really astounded by the maturity that I saw. Like I never had like a class full of students that just kind of sit there and don't make a bunch of noise when they come in, and basically are kind of up for having any sort of conversation, no matter how like weird or intellectual it might be. You guys seem to always have something to say. In a nutshell, impressed in that way.
Thank you. Compared to the other generations, aka the other generations which you teach, what could you compare or how different is it?
Yeah, I think I summed it up, but so now here I teach M1s, right? And before I came to BCC, I was actually teaching like some lower Pratom kids, and it's just kind of funny because you guys are like, you're already like adults. Even if you don't feel like you are, you really act like it. And so, especially when you're dealing with like middle school age kids, down in like 12, 13, 14 year range, they're kind of at that age where they all really are just like battling for attention. They all think they're funny, a lot funnier than they actually are, so they're constantly trying to just sort of posture and get attention, fight for dominance amongst each other, and then you guys all just come in and it seems like you're just totally chill with each other, and it's just here because we got to be here, and we're just doing the school thing. So
compared to your last jobs, so jobs in general, how different is teaching at BCC?
You mean, just to clarify, you mean other teaching jobs or just all jobs that I've had?
I'd probably say all jobs.
I've worked, before I came to Thailand, I had a pretty eclectic, I jumped around to a lot of different things. So it's really hard to compare apples to oranges, but I think I talked to you guys at the beginning of the semester how my most recent job before coming to Thailand was working in a mental hospital, psychiatric hospital. And I'd say that prepared me very well for teaching M1. But it also gave me a lot of interesting insights. I mean, I talked to you guys about a lot of this like psychology things, psychological topics, and I gathered a lot of insights, I would say, from sort of teaching lessons and running workshops there. So it was kind of interesting because I was working at this hospital for adults, and oftentimes I would be running small little sessions where I'd be talking to them, not so much into the same level of detail and depth that I've gone into with you guys, but in that sense it was kind of similar, where I would have like conversation with adults who were able to actually give me like intellectual feedback on these ideas. So that would probably be the closest kind of job that I would have to working here at BCC, or just working as a teacher in general. Other than that, my jobs were too eclectic and strange to really know how to compare them.
So, did you have fun while teaching us?
Absolutely, yeah. This is like Thursdays and Fridays were my favorite day of the week, even though they're schedule-wise the busiest. But I loved going to class with you guys. It was very refreshing. to be able to have these conversations with people who, at least pretended to care.
Next question. Is there a difference between how you treat upper Matayom and lower Matayom?
Oh, we're way less strict with you guys. I have to be. I have a lot of, I guess you could say like ethical, philosophical issues with school, with like how schools are arranged in general. But being a lower Matayom teacher, I still kind of have to play the game a bit and get them to know, like, guys, come on, time to sit down, be quiet, we've got to do our work, we've got to get through all this. So because, they, unfortunately, in order to get them through the whole school thing, you have to be more strict with them. So absolutely, I go in there and we're taught when we're teaching that age, you kind of have to be like a little drill sergeant. But absolutely unnecessary with you guys. The most I had to do with the M6s was sometimes like, I always had students who were chatting in the background. The most I would have to do with you guys was just say, hey guys, can you quiet down for a second. So I think I was, just much more relaxed with you guys as far as disciplining goes.
As you know, we are leaving in a few days. So could you give us some life advice for the road? Yeah,
sure. No one has a right to your consciousness other than you. And that's really the only lesson I've been trying to teach you guys, is that it's a crazy world out there, and it always has been, but it seems like we're living in very interesting and special times where you have people everywhere who are going to constantly try and fill your heads with certain dogmas and tell you, like, this is the way the world ought to be, this is the way the world is, and yada, yada, yada. And I think people very easily become enslaved to these types of dogmas. And I know I've been sharing a lot of maybe weird opinions with you guys, but I'm trying to at least be clear that these are just my opinions and perspectives, and really what I hope that everyone here can do is to just know how to go out into the world and not just believe something because some person in a position of authority is telling you, like, this is the truth. Basically, be your own person. Don't let anyone else own you.
Thank you. Hello? Huh? Jump. Yes, that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, cool, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you. Well, it's been an honor, and I'll see you guys last time tomorrow, I suppose.
Yeah.
I guess so, but but I'm sure you guys are excited to be done with this whole thing, right? This charade.
Mixed emotions, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess so, because you spent so long, you've had so much of your lives here, but trust me, you're still at the beginning of your lives. You've got a lot more experience than you had outside of here.
Teacher, well, our first impression of you from us is, did you know that we learned with like other teachers here?
I heard that there's been,
We just talked about, we got new teacher here.
Oh, okay.
I think like that, and you see like an assemblage of people in school.
Okay, so I was similar. Oh, all right.
Yeah, you teach science too.
Oh, was he a science teacher? I didn't even know that. I just knew there was an Ian before me. All right. Yeah.
But it seems like a more proper teacher.
He was or me?
More sane.
You're more sane.
I'm more sane.
That is
Okay. Oh man. That's kind of scary to think about.